the creator of a $1.9 trillion financial system, has never been seen. Despite over 15 years of investigation, the true identity of Bitcoin's founder, Satoshi Nakamoto, remains one of technology's greatest unsolved mysteries. In this video, we're examining the evidence trail that could lead to the person who may be sitting on 1 million Bitcoin, worth approximately $95 billion today. From cryptography experts to eccentric tech billionaires, the list of suspects might surprise you. On October 31, 2008, someone using the name Satoshi Nakamoto published a 9-page document titled Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. This white paper proposed a system that would allow digital transactions without banks or governments. The solution used a public ledger called blockchain to prevent people from spending the same Bitcoin twice. The timing wasn't accidental. The global financial system was collapsing, and trust in banks had evaporated. The first block of Bitcoin, called the Genesis block, contained a hidden message. Nakamoto embedded a newspaper headline from January 3, 2009, "Chancellor on brink of second bailout for banks." This referenced the UK's bank bailout during the financial crisis. The message suggested Bitcoin was designed as an alternative to traditional finance, though Nakamoto never explicitly stated this motive. The system went live quietly, with no press releases or public announcements. Bitcoin didn't emerge from nowhere. It built on earlier work by cryptographers like Wei Dai and Nick Szabo. Dai's B-Money proposal in 1998 described an anonymous digital cash system. Szabo's BitGold concept in 1998 to 2005 introduced proof of work, a key part of Bitcoin mining. But Nakamoto combined these ideas with new solutions to create something more practical and secure. The white paper cited 8 previous works, showing Nakamoto's deep knowledge of cryptography and distributed systems. Early adopters noticed peculiar details in Nakamoto's communications. The Bitcoin creator used British spellings like color and favor, suggesting they might be from the UK or Commonwealth. Their forum posts and emails focused strictly on technical matters, never personal details. When people asked direct questions about their identity, Nakamoto either ignored them or gave vague answers. This careful avoidance of personal information wasn't accidental. It was consistent with Bitcoin's privacy-focused design. Analysis of early Bitcoin mining reveals something called the Patoshi pattern. Researchers noticed that one miner, likely Nakamoto, controlled about 5% of all Bitcoin ever created. This amounts to roughly 1 million coins, worth about $95 billion today. These coins have never moved, creating ongoing speculation about whether Nakamoto still has access to them. If these coins were ever sold, it could dramatically impact Bitcoin's price. Nakamoto's involvement with Bitcoin lasted just 2 years. In December 2010, they sent a final email to another developer. "I've moved on to other things." Then they disappeared completely. The timing coincided with Bitcoin gaining its first real-world value. Someone paid 10,000 BTC for 2 pizzas in May 2010. As Bitcoin started attracting attention, Nakamoto stepped away, leaving the project in the hands of other developers. The search for Satoshi Nakamoto has produced several serious candidates over the years, each with connections to Bitcoin's creation, but none with definitive proof. Hal Finney stands out as one of the most plausible suspects. He received the first Bitcoin transaction from Nakamoto in 2009 and was an accomplished cryptographer who developed reusable proof-of-work systems before Bitcoin existed. Finney lived just blocks from Dorian Nakamoto in California, adding geographical coincidence to the technical links. Despite these connections, Finney consistently denied being Bitcoin's creator until his death in 2014. His widow later confirmed he had communicated with the real Satoshi through encrypted channels. Media attention mistakenly focused on Dorian Nakamoto in 2014 when Newsweek published an article identifying him as Bitcoin's creator. The Japanese-American engineer shared Nakamoto's name and had worked on classified defense projects, but he denied any Bitcoin involvement. Reporters later discovered he had misunderstood their questions, thinking they referred to his engineering work rather than cryptocurrency. The incident highlighted the risks of speculative journalism in the search for Satoshi. Nick Szabo presents another compelling case. His work on BitGold in 1998 introduced concepts strikingly similar to Bitcoin's design, including decentralized currency and proof-of-work systems. Linguistic analysis shows Szabo's writing style matches Nakamoto's white paper in vocabulary and phrasing. When asked directly, Szabo has denied being Nakamoto, though he acknowledges Bitcoin built upon his earlier ideas. Some researchers note Szabo could have created Bitcoin under a pseudonym to avoid legal complications from his previous digital currency projects. Craig Wright took a different approach by publicly claiming to be Nakamoto in 2016. The Australian computer scientist presented what he called cryptographic proof, including digitally signed messages and early Bitcoin addresses. The crypto community quickly debunked his evidence, showing the signatures could have been copied from public blockchain data. In 2024, a UK court ruled Wright had fabricated documents in a case where he claimed ownership of Bitcoin's intellectual property. The judge stated Wright was not nearly as clever as he thinks he is when attempting to prove his identity as Nakamoto. Stephen Malla became the latest claimant in October 2024. At a London press conference, he presented time-stamped forum posts he said proved his identity as Nakamoto. Malla cited legal pressures as his reason for coming forward, but experts noted inconsistencies in his documentation. The posts he provided matched public records, but contained no unique cryptographic signatures that would confirm his claim. Like previous claimants, Malla failed to move any of the original Nakamoto Bitcoin holdings, a key test of authenticity. Peter Todd's name emerged from a 2024 HBO documentary that examined early Bitcoin developers. The film highlighted Todd's technical contributions and an old forum post some interpreted as hinting at his involvement. Todd responded by providing evidence that he had joined the Bitcoin project after its creation. He emphasized that many early developers communicated with Nakamoto without knowing his true identity. Jack Dorsey emerged as a compelling Satoshi candidate in early 2025 when financial analyst Sion Murray published a detailed investigation linking the Twitter co-founder to Bitcoin's creation. The evidence included striking date alignments. Bitcoin's first transaction occurred on January 11, 2009, Dorsey's mother's birthday, while the last block believed to be mined by Satoshi happened on March 5, 2010, his father's birthday. The theory gained credibility when investigators discovered the hacker who compromised Satoshi's email in 2014 threatened to reveal a connection to St. Louis, Missouri, Dorsey's birthplace. A day after Satoshi accidentally revealed a California IP address in January 2009, Dorsey was attending an awards ceremony in San Francisco. When questioned directly in a 2020 podcast with Lex Fridman about being Satoshi, Dorsey cryptically responded, "No, and if I were, would I tell you?" Despite these connections, like other Satoshi candidates, the evidence remains circumstantial without cryptographic proof. Bitcoin was designed to function without a central authority from the beginning. Nakamoto's disappearance wasn't an oversight. It was intentional. The system relies on distributed consensus rather than any single leader, making the creator's absence a necessary feature. This design choice forces users to trust the mathematics and code rather than any individual. The white paper never mentions a governing body, only cryptographic proof and peer-to-peer networking. Nakamoto's anonymity mirrors the privacy protections built into Bitcoin itself. The system allows pseudonymous transactions without requiring personal identification. This alignment between creator and creation reinforces Bitcoin's anti-surveillance principles. Early adopters often cited this consistency as proof of Nakamoto's commitment to the ideology behind the technology. The mystery also serves as a safeguard. Without a known founder, no government or corporation can pressure the creator to alter Bitcoin's rules. The unknown identity has turned Nakamoto into a modern myth. This mystique attracts individuals drawn to rebellion against traditional finance. Developers, libertarians, and technologists have all projected their ideals onto the faceless creator. The lack of a central figurehead means no single person can claim authority over Bitcoin's future direction. This has allowed the community to evolve the system through consensus rather than top-down control. Some argue that revealing Nakamoto's identity could damage Bitcoin's credibility. If the creator were found to be a government agency or corporate entity, it might undermine the anti-establishment narrative. 15 years after Bitcoin's creation, Satoshi Nakamoto's identity remains its most enduring mystery. The unknown creator left behind a system that now processes billions in daily transactions without any central control. This absence speaks louder than any revelation could. The technology was designed to stand on its own. Forensic linguists, blockchain analysts, and journalists have all failed to produce conclusive evidence about Nakamoto's real identity. The most telling fact may be that the early Bitcoin wallets linked to the creator have never moved. Whoever Nakamoto was, they understood that true decentralization required disappearing completely. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel. We're here to empower your knowledge in the ever-evolving world of technology. Stay curious, stay informed, and we'll see you in the next video.